Welcome back, girls, to your ultimate hair care guide. If you want your hair to be the first thing that people notice about you, this video is for you. I know hair care can be so confusing with a million products out there, so this video keeps it simple, straightforward, and will transform dry, scraggly hair into shampoo commercial hair. Let's get into it. We're gonna start with the pre-wash routine. If you're not using a hair oil before you shower, you need to start. But before you grab any hair oil, make sure that you're using the right one. I love to use actually formulated scalp oils instead of just getting like pure rosemary oil. Because these are formulated differently, they're formulated to be thinner most of the time. I love the Fable and Mane oil for this very reason, because it's very thin. If you use an oil that's too thick on your scalp, it will actually clog your hair follicles and then your hair won't be able to grow. Nothing can actually make your hair grow faster, but oiling your hair has been shown to be able to stimulate the scalp and can make your hair grow at your normal pace. So you want to apply this to your scalp and gently massage it in. If you add like an upside down head massage to this step as well, it can really boost circulation. For the next step, you want to oil your ends. I'm using this one recommended by Abby Young. This is the OGX coconut oil, and I just add a little bit throughout my hair because when you shampoo, if you have oil under it, it protects so much than if you're just shampooing on like dry hair, and our ends are usually pretty dry. You want to leave the oils on for not too long before you actually shower. It actually makes your hair a little bit more brittle when your hair is oiled. It's kind of like when your hair is wet. But also, if you leave oil in your scalp for too long, that will clog your hair follicles. So honestly, you only want to leave it in anywhere from like 10 minutes to an hour. You don't really want to do more than that because it can actually be damaging to your overall hair growth and hair health. So now that we've prepped the hair, let's talk about washing. One thing, hair training does not work. You would not tell someone with oily skin to not wash their face because it's training their face or something. You do not want to keep oils on your scalp for a long period of time because it will literally not make your hair grow. It will give you fungus and dandruff, okay? And that's what happened to me because I listened to all those people who said to train your scalp, and that is what made my dandruff worse than ever. My scalp was so itchy and irritated. Once I actually started washing my hair often, my scalp is literally the cleanest and healthiest that it's ever been. So yeah, wash your hair when it gets oily. Don't listen to anyone else. As long as you're using shampoo that isn't too harsh, depositing too many proteins when you don't need it. When you're washing your hair, you should always double cleanse your scalp. I'm sure you know this by now. The first cleanse is just to remove the first layer of oil and dirt, and then the second cleanse is when the shampoo magic actually happens. You'll notice because the second cleanse, it foams up so much more. You want to make sure you're using a clarifying shampoo in your rotation. This will really help with oil and product buildup. I'm using this Aveeno apple cider vinegar shampoo. It's one of my favorites. It's cheap from the drugstore. I use this one either once or twice a week, and I'm only going to use this for my first cleanse as well. For my second cleanse, I always like to follow it up with my gentle everyday shampoo. I'm using this L'Oreal Glycolic Gloss shampoo. I absolutely love this shampoo. It is so good. It's gentle on my hair. It leaves it so shiny and glossy. I used it today, and yeah, this is my go-to like everyday one. I rotate this one with the Tsubaki shampoo, the one in the yellow bottle. Those two are my favorite everyday shampoos, and then I also throw in a dandruff shampoo like once a week. I just use Head & Shoulders, and that is my perfect shampoo rotation. Once your hair is nice and clean, you want to add a hair mask or conditioner or both to the mids and lengths of your hair. I like to do a hair mask twice a week. You want to make sure that when you're applying your mask, you're sectioning your hair to really get all of it, and then I just put it up. I leave it in for 10 minutes. I'll literally just shave my whole body as I'm doing this, and then you just want to rinse it out, and then I go in and seal it all in with a conditioner. I'm just using this Dove one, but this one does have protein, so I don't like to use this one all the time. I do a little rotation of this one and also ones that are protein free that just focus on hydration. Okay, this might sound really dumb, but I used to not put my hair up after I rinsed out my conditioner, and I would go in with my body wash and it would literally just wash off all the conditioner that I put in my hair. Bruh. Such an obvious thing, but like I didn't do that for the longest time. And when I started actually clipping my hair up after I rinsed out my conditioner and then washing my body, it made a huge difference. So don't make that same mistake that I did. When you're out of the shower, make sure you're not drying your hair with a regular towel. Please don't be like rubbing it. That's one of the worst things you can do. Either use a microfiber towel like the one that I'm using, or use an old t-shirt if you don't have one. These are so much more gentle on your hair. I got 3 of these microfiber towels for like $10 on Amazon, so just just make the investment. It's worth it. I leave my hair in the microfiber towel for about 20 minutes and then I will go in with my leave-in products. You always want to go in with your leave-ins when your hair is still damp because these don't deposit moisture into your hair. They just lock in what's already there, so you want to use it when your hair is damp. Leave-in conditioner is such a non-negotiable step. Like, you need this step in your routine if you want protected hair. My favorite right now is the Amika Hydro Rush leave-in conditioner. It's so good. It's protein-free. It really focuses on hydration, which is perfect for what my low porosity hair needs. After your leave-in conditioner, you want to go in with a little bit of hair oil. I'm using this one by Moroccan Oil. I have sensory issues with wet hair, so I like to blow dry it. I don't like to air dry it. Blow drying is just so much better for your hair as long as you're not doing super high heat. So after I apply the products, I just like to blow dry it until it's fully dry, and I always use a cool to medium heat setting for this step as well. I just try to avoid heat as much as possible. By all means, I definitely don't avoid heat all the time. I still heat style my hair. Just make sure that you're only heat styling when your hair is fully dry. Even using those wet to dry styling brushes, like the Revlon one, like just make sure your hair is almost fully dry before you use it. Like, make sure it's not wet. If you're someone who goes multiple days between your washes, you're gonna want to reapply the leave-in conditioner and the oil in between days. So what you want to do is you just want to rehydrate your hair with a mister. I literally just use this one from the dollar store, and then go in with all of the steps I said before with the leave-in conditioner and then the hair oil to lock it all in. Let's talk about hair trims because this part always gets twisted online. Okay, if your goal is to grow your hair out long, the best thing you can do is not cut it. You do not need to trim your hair every couple of weeks. You can trim your hair every couple of months at home by yourself. This is what I do. I think it's the best, most cost-effective way to keep your ends healthy without having to pay like $50 to $100 at the salon every single time. And it's also just so easy to do at home. I also like to just dust up any split ends that I have even along the hair shaft. The only reason why I'm doing this right now though is because I have a lot of layers in my hair, and so I have a lot of split ends up here too. Right now I'm trying to grow out all of my layers so that I'm only gonna have like very long layers. You want to make sure that when you're cutting your own hair, you're also using hair cutting shears. I got these ones from Amazon. I think they're like 60 bucks. But yeah, if you do this every couple of months, it's gonna keep you from needing to get a big chop later on at the salon because your hair is gonna be like way too damaged later. Also, if you have a ton of split ends, please don't try to repair these with products. If it's split, it's split. It's time to say goodbye, girl. Just cut it and start fresh from there, because if they're looking scraggly and thin at the ends, there's no saving it. Just save yourself the trouble. And lastly, I just want to add a few extra lifestyle tips and random tips. Number one, sleep with a silk pillowcase or sleep with a silk bonnet. Brush your hair really gently. Start from the bottom up. Don't just like rip through it from the top, because that will cause so much breakage. Also, invest in a bamboo brush instead of a plastic one. It actually makes a difference because it's a lot better at distributing the oils. Also, if you have really oily hair, you should get one with boar bristles inside too. If you're not actually deficient in anything, hair vitamins are not really gonna help. So I would recommend getting some blood work done so you know. I take these zinc vitamins. I also take a multivitamin sometimes. I just try to make sure I eat a really balanced diet. I try to eat greens every single day. I eat salmon once a week for my omega-3s. I eat a lot of sushi, and I only like salmon sushi, so you want to be careful with dry shampoo. I know it can be a lifesaver sometimes, and I still use it on days that I need it, but I really try to limit the amount I use it because so much buildup, it's not going to make your hair oils work. Dry shampoo has led to breakage for me at the root as well too, so when your hair is oily, just wash it. If you have the money for it, invest in a night serum for your hair if you want to really protect the lengths. If you find that you have breakage just like throughout your hair, I love the Crown Affair one. I don't have it right now because I ran out and I'm waiting for the Sephora sale to buy it, but that one is so good to put through your hair just to protect it every night. And make sure that you're staying consistent with your routine overall. With hair, you're not going to see instant results, especially if you're starting with damaged hair. So yeah, that is my ultimate hair care routine guide. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and learned something from it. If you guys have any of your own tips or product recommendations for low porosity hair, I would love to know. So please comment your favorites. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!